Hi everybody, welcome to the session of AC series circuits. Here I am going to consider a series combination of resistance and inductance connected to an AC sinusoidal voltage of Vm sin theta represented in polar form as V at an angle of 0. I consider a current of I flowing through the circuit, and as these two parameters resistance and inductance are connected in series, the voltage is going to be divided across these two, and I consider the voltage across the inductor as VL and the voltage across the resistance as VR. Here the impact of inductance will be in the form of inductive reactance XL, which is given by omega into L or 2 pi FL, where F is the frequency of supply. These things we have seen in our previous sessions. If you draw the phasor diagram for the total voltage in terms of VR and VL, considering the vector I as reference, so here I consider I as the reference, current as the reference here, then obviously VR will be in phase with the magnitude of VR will be equal to I into R, and the magnitude of VL will be equal to I into XL. So here VR will be in phase with the current I, and VL will be (90° leading with respect to the current. These things we have seen in our previous sessions, where we have discussed that pure inductor connected to an AC supply. So whenever a pure inductor is connected to AC supply, the current passing through it is going to lag behind the voltage across it by an angle of 90°, or else you can say that the voltage across the inductor is going to lead the current by 90°. So here the resultant of these two voltages now is equal to, this is your VL, and the resultant of these two voltages is equal to the total voltage represented in polar form. So this is the total voltage V, which is equal to, here I am writing down, square root of VR square plus VL square. And when these are represented in vector notation, we are going to have V bar is equal to VR bar plus VL bar. And let us consider an equivalent impact of the series combination R and XL. I consider that as the parameter Z, such that I into Z will be equal to V bar is equal to I bar into Z bar. So here substitute these values here. We are going to have I bar into Z bar is equal to VR can be written as I bar into R plus, and VL, if you consider this as a complex plane, on the x-axis we are going to have the real part, and on the y-axis we are going to have the imaginary part. Hence this component VL is going to be represented as an imaginary, positive imaginary. Hence we are going to have plus J I bar into XL. So I bar is going to cancel on both sides. So we are going to have Z bar as equal to R plus JXL. So if you find out the magnitude of this impedance, which is going to be equal to R square plus XL square, and here we can write, we can draw the impedance triangle considering R as the real and XL as the imaginary. So if you take R as the reference. So this will be our XL. This combined effect is known as Z. Say this is the phase angle phi. So we get phi as equal to tan inverse of XL divided by R. Ultimately, the vector Z bar can be represented as Z at an angle of phi. Here, now the impedance I am representing current I bar is equal to V bar divided by Z bar. V bar is V at an angle of 0 divided by Z bar is Z at an angle of phi. So which gives rise to this is equal to V by Z. Let us consider V by Z as I, the magnitude of V by Z as equal to I. Then it becomes equal to I at an angle of minus phi. So if you consider the voltage as V at an angle of 0, we are getting the current as equal to I at an angle of minus phi. Hence, it can be represented in vector form as considering V at an angle of 0 as the reference. So this would be our I at an angle of minus phi, lagging behind the voltage by an angle of 5 degrees. And for a pure inductive circuit, if we consider this phi becomes equal to 90 degrees. We can calculate here from the formula. Phi is equal to tan inverse of XL by R, where R becomes equal to 0 for pure inductive circuit. Phi will be equal to tan inverse of infinity, and that will be equal to 90 degrees. So here, for a pure inductive circuit, if we consider, this would be 90 degrees. These things we have seen in our previous classes. Now, the voltage and current can also be represented in a vector waveform. So here I am writing down, this is the voltage. The current is going to be lag behind the voltage by an angle of phi. So this would be our current. If this is V at an angle of 0, and this will be I at an angle of minus phi. And once we find out the voltage and current, the next thing is to find out the power. In AC, the power is going to be represented by the parameter S, which is equal to S bar is equal to V bar into I bar conjugate. I will explain you why we are going to consider the conjugate later on. First of all, let me go through the derivation. Here, S bar is known as the total power or absolute power or apparent power. So, and the units are volt amperes. The units are volt amperes. And if we substitute V at an angle of 0, I conjugate is I is equal to I at an angle of minus phi. So, I conjugate becomes equal to I at an angle of plus phi, which can be written as Vi at an angle of phi. And we expand this, we are going to have Vi cos phi plus j Vi sin phi. Here, this S bar is equal to, this can be written as P plus jq, where P is equal to Vi cos phi and Q is equal to Vi sin phi. Here, the total power has two components. One is real component, another one is imaginary component. Hence, the P is considered as the real power or active power, average power, or watt component. The units of this power is watts. Or you can also consider this as the DC equivalent of AC power. Whereas Q is considered as reactive power or imaginary power. And the units are VARs, that is volt ampere reactive. These are the units of the imaginary power or reactive power. So that's about the discussion regarding the AC series circuit consisting of the resistance and inductance. Next, we shall go through the series combination having resistance and capacitor and see the formulae related to that. Next, let me explain you the series combination of resistance and capacitance. Here, I would like to compare the two series circuits, that is series RL circuit and RC circuit, so that one can remember it in an easy way. Let me explain you here. I am considering a series combination of resistance and capacitor connected to an AC voltage, just that we have done for RL circuit. The same supply I am considering V at an angle of 0 or Vm sin theta. This is polar form. But the capacitive reactance will be here 1 by omega c, whereas for inductance it will be the inductive reactance, which is equal to 2 pi fl or omega L. Now, the total voltage will be equal to VR and VC. It is the combined effect of the voltage across the resistance and the voltage across the capacitance. And the magnitudes of the voltages are given as VR is equal to I into R and VC is equal to I into XC. So here also we are going to consider VR is equal to I into R and VL is equal to I into XL. And the total voltage V bar is equal to VR bar plus VC bar. Again, we are considering the current as the reference. Same here also, we have done the same. If current is the reference, VR will be in the same phase as that of the current, and we know that the voltage across the capacitor will be 90 degrees lagging with respect to the current, or the current is going to lead the voltage across the capacitor by 90 degrees. These things we have seen in our previous sessions where we have considered the pure capacitance connected to AC supply. Hence, VC will be lagging behind the current by 90 degrees, and in order to find out the resultant voltage here I am considering the effect of VR and VC. The vector addition of VR and VC is going to give us the total voltage V, which will be equal to square root of VR square plus VC square. The simple difference between these two, that is RL and RC circuit, is here VL is going to be upwards whereas VC is going to be downwards. Obviously, this will be considered as the negative imaginary in the complex plane. Hence, we are going to have Z bar as equal to R minus JXC, whereas here we have got Z bar, the impedance vector, as equal to R plus JXL. Hence, the impedance diagram can be written as here. For RC circuit, this is resistance and capacitive reactance will be 90 degrees lagging. The phase angle I am considering it as phi. So the magnitude of Z will be, impedance will be equal to square root of R square plus XC square, and phi will be given as tan inverse of minus XC by R. Here phi will be negative. Hence the impedance vector is written as Z at an angle of minus phi. And once this is over, next let us go through the current vector here. I bar is equal to V bar by Z bar, same as the same series RL circuit. The formula are same, but the only thing is here we are going to have V by Z at an angle of plus phi or I at an angle of plus phi. So in the previous case we have got I at an angle of minus phi for inductive circuit. The vector diagram, the phasor diagram representation for voltage and current will be like this. So here if you consider V as V at an angle of 0 as the reference, then current is going to lead the voltage by an angle of phi, because phi is positive here. And for a pure capacitive circuit, R will be equal to 0, and once R is equal to 0 in the formula, if you substitute here, phi will be tan inverse of something by 0 is infinity. So we get here plus 90 degrees. The current I is going to be equal to I at an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, now this is the waveform representation of the voltage and current. See, this is the voltage waveform, and the current waveform is going to lead the voltage waveform by an angle of plus 5 degrees. Whereas in the case of series RL circuit, the waveform was lagging behind by an angle of phi. So if you compare like this, we can understand the things very easily. We can remember the formula very easily also. Now the next thing is to find out the power. The complex power S bar is equal to V bar into I bar conjugate. So here V at an angle of 0, I bar will be at an angle of plus phi, so I conjugate will be at an angle of minus phi, and that can be written as Vi at an angle of minus phi. Ultimately we get Vi cos phi minus jVi sin phi. So the complex power is now equal to S is equal to P minus JQ, where P is known as the watt component or the real power or active power, and Q is known as the imaginary power or reactive power that we have considered for the series RL circuit. That concludes this session. In the next session, I shall go through the series RLC circuit and also the series resonance. Please subscribe to my channel for getting more updates and more videos. Thank you.